Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to Corner of Calm. One of the things I've been working on is how we start our new year, and we've been doing all kinds of different kinds of pieces of this. And I'll be sending out, if anybody is interested, a piece that I'm writing about it. But part of the center of the piece is knowing that we're bringing ourselves into the new year, which sounds obvious, except that we aren't used to thinking of ourselves as fabulous, as worth being this person who comes into the new year and is the basis and the foundation. It's not like changing ourselves into someone else. We're bringing who we are right now. And there's different ways. We all approach this differently. Some of us say, yeah, I'm fabulous. I mean, that's one of my one-liners, and I don't always believe it either. And our minds work differently. And so there are things like, I keep a list of compliments, not just like someone actually yesterday said, you're a good writer. A good writer is now on that list. But the piece I'm thinking of and the things that we do are not claiming the obvious. And maybe the best way for me to look at this is things I don't do well that people get angry at me about because I don't do them. The example that at least one of you probably here has heard me say, maybe two of you, is that I'm a terrible housekeeper. It isn't that I don't care. It isn't that I don't try to be neat. It isn't that I don't take a cloth or a broom or water and carefully go over services. The best example I know is when I lived in Cincinnati. I first moved there and I was giving a party and a friend came over to help me. And I very carefully cleaned the bathroom mirror, was going on. And she came to help and she was looking around and first thing she did was come in and says, where's your Windex? I want to clean the mirror. Because I can get things to the place where other people can get them clean. I tell this to people and they say, oh, you're just not paying attention, but it's not. That's my current roommate, but that's not true. The other thing was when I was working for this one organization where we were doing events, I remember telling my team, okay, if you guys could just pack up, I'll just go deal with the hotel. And they were saying, oh, you're getting out of packing up. But actually, they could get things in the boxes so they took up less space than any way I can. I mean, I've done contests with people where it was literally, you fold this stack of clothes and I'll stack this stack of clothes and your stack will be this high when you're done and my stack will be that high when we're done. You can see the difference there, and like this and this. It's a skill set. Now, I don't know where, maybe an example is when I fell and got to realizing that I was called to be present. The fall was enough for me to get me into that. But a lot of, maybe some of you have trouble just saying like, oh, presence. It's not something you do. It's not bad or wrong. It's just that to be able to name that I can be calm, I can be present, I can use words, are my skill set, and cooking, that are different than yours. And I wouldn't necessarily name those. I mean, like, what does that have to do with going into the new year? So just reflect on that. I don't want to talk too long about any of this, but begin that as just a thought of the power of you, the strength and the beauty and the fabulousness that you are bringing as you come into this new year. So thank you for that. And we will take our breath and begin.